This is Didcot Parkway. Board passengers here before heading to the capital. So press T to open the doors, H for headlights, D right off because the signal up ahead is clear. What am I clicking on? Oh, that. So yeah, we're in the Class 801, which has been reskinned and rescripted and a bunch of other stuff to look like a Class 800. So, set that up. I think we're good to go. I've got a few minutes here at Didcot. So we're following along train 1 Alpha 13, the 0900 Bristol Temple Meads to London Paddington service. Calling at Bristol Temple Meads, Bath Spa, Chippenham, Swindon, Didcot Parkway, Reading and London Paddington, travelling a total distance of 118.25 miles. Even though we're just doing Didcot to Paddington. Because we're on the Western Mainline's Electrified project, which current version is version 1.50, which only has electrification between Paddington and Didcot, hence why we're starting at Didcot. Next stop is Reading at 10:16. Wait for those to close. I assume they're closed. Put the camera back to where it was. And a bit down a bit. There we go. So reverse this to forward and power to notch 3. So it's passing Didcot Parkway. The speed limit is 125 miles an hour, and we have about 17 miles to Reading. Next stop. So line to the left joins from Didcot Yard and Oxford, and we are going east towards Paddington. It also seems that the AP track pack hasn't really installed itself on here, which is a shame, because the AP track does look really good. So yeah, Western Mainlines Electrified. So the original Western Mainlines had electrification between Paddington and Airport Junction, near Hayes and Harlington, because of the Heathrow Express. But in 2020, I think electrification has gone all the way to Cardiff. That's 6 to work. Yeah, this train accelerates like a rocket. 6. So I think it's Mount Sorrel from Eastleigh. So next station will be Chelsea, Pangbourne, Tilehurst. No, Chelsea, going on straightly, Pangbourne, Tilehurst, Reading, and then more stops to Paddington. So accelerate to 120, and then we'll take a look outside. So you can see from the cab that the overhead wires look very good. I mean, I have been down here in real life before on the HSC. I think it was the day before I got my A-level results. So yeah, we were in a GWR Class 800 by Super Alps. Hopefully one day he will get rid of all these branding bits, so we could just have like a completely green 800. And hopefully one day we'll have an actual bi-mode IET. Not just electric and just diesel. We can switch between the two modes. So in the top left is my FPS counter, so you can see roughly how well the route is performing. Even though, truth be told, my machine isn't exactly very powerful. Because if it was powerful, I would be running more higher graphics. 2, 1, 20. This is Chelsea Station. I have no idea where the line for the left comes from. So yeah, if you have the original Great Western Main Line, the one that came out in like 2006 or something, yeah, the line looks completely different now. Yeah, like, if you put a side-by-side comparison of the original Great Western and Western Main Lines, they look completely different. Because I think the biggest change is Reading, because Reading has been completely remodelled. It has overhead wires and brand new trains. So we had like 166s and HSTs, and now you have 800s and 387s. I think the freight is the same. Yeah, just keep on putting the throttle back and forth between notches 0 and 1. Yeah, for some reason F6 isn't working. So yeah, current day of recording is the 4th of August, and hopefully this scenario will be accepted onto Alan Thompson's sim, so you can drive it for yourself. Yeah, the overhead wires on the Great Western do look very unique. Probably because they're new. So yeah, in the description will be a link to this scenario where you can drive it for yourself, and then below that will be a link to the route. This here is Goring and Streatley station. Streatley. I was going to say something, but I don't remember what it was. I think it's something about the Great Western. I don't remember. So yeah, I think on Alan's stream, I think it was yesterday, so Monday, he showed off the current progress on the Cambridge to Peterborough route, and it looks amazing. I can't wait to drive it. I think the first thing I might drive, as a joke, will be a pacer from Peterborough to Cambridge. Maybe a freight train. Oh yeah, also at the time of recording, I have put up the Creston scenario pack up on ATS. It just needs time to be accepted. I made a really good thumbnail for it as well. Yeah, hopefully you will download Creston and download the scenario pack, because the scenarios took me ages to make because it's 6 of them. I think the next scenario pack I'll make is probably on Martinshire. That is Pangbourne. The thing about scenario packs is that I like making them on like fictional routes, because it allows for more creative freedom. Because if you had like a real route, you would expect to find something very strict and realistic. So next station will be Talhurst and then Reading. There's a warning of 60. Yeah, 60 comes into force just after Talhurst station. So the limit goes from 125 all the way down to 60. Yeah, I'm recording this on Tuesday. It should go out on either the Thursday or the Friday. Because Wednesday, or tomorrow, as in like 2 days ago, Wednesday, will be City Skylines, where we built forestry. Or the start of the forestry industry. This is Talhurst. I think this is Talhurst East Junction, I think. So we were due through Talhurst at 10:09 and it's now 10:10. So yeah, we're kind of on time. So bringing our speed down quite aggressively towards 60. Oh yeah, if you do have like a more powerful PC, you won't get as many like stutters. So coast into Reading. So in Reading, arrival at 10:14 and depart at 10:15. I don't know anymore. So yeah, we're early. Or expected to be early. On the left is Reading Train Care Depot, which is operated by GWR. I think in real life as well they have 769s that haven't entered service yet. But in this scenario, I just put some 387s in it. So I think this flyover goes over the lines towards Reading West at Newbury. So we've got double yellow, which means the danger aspect is in Reading Station, so we are cleared into platform 10. Yeah, Reading looks completely different to how it did 10 years ago. And it's a lot bigger as well. Even this bit wasn't here that too long ago. Line to the right goes to Reading West. So if you want to buy Western Mainlines, it is currently selling for £20 on Just Trains. Yeah, it's a nice route. It pretty much runs from Paddington to Oxford, like the original did. It extends all the way to Exeter. I'm not joking, it extends all the way from Paddington to Exeter, with the branches off towards Bath Spa and Chippenham, Swindon, and Severn Beach, and Avonmouth. So yeah, it is a massive route. So we are now approaching Reading. Or arriving into it. So because this train is fond of 10 coaches, I'm going to stop at the end of the platform. .166 going out to Bedouin. Another IET going to Swansea. So yeah, this is Reading, the remodeled Reading, the new Reading, the better Reading. In real life, I've actually been to. I've done a video on it in real life. I think it was one of the first videos that I ever put up. It was in August 2018. So, yeah, you got some 450s to Waterloo on the right. Waterloo via Guildford, I think. So, arrival into Reading. Next stop is Paddington, arriving at 10:39. So, first let's forward, read the brake, and power to notch 3. So departing Reading, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, and we have about 35 miles to Paddington, where the service terminates. There's an IET going to Hereford. Yeah, so I just quickly went into the world editor and just put everything back in. But for some reason, some of the checkboxes weren't ticked. So if you press Control E and go into the world editor, in the top left there will be like a monitor. If you click that, there will be a pop-up on the right, like the entire right, and in the bottom right you'll see some checkboxes. Yeah, check some of them to get like markers and names on, if that makes sense. So speed limit is 95, going up to 125 as we head east, heading east. So yeah, we are following behind another IET that is running fictionally late. Yeah, I just wanted to make the scenario more interesting than just having greens all the way to Paddington. And then at Heathrow Harlington, we will be following behind Heathrow Express from Heathrow to Paddington. Speed limit is now 125 miles an hour. The maximum speed for domestic trains except HS1. So next station will be Twyford. So there's a trio of 387s from Didcot to Paddington. Yeah, when I was making the scenario, the relief line seemed eerily quiet because there were a few Didcot trains, and I think it was 2 trains an hour from Paddington to Reading by TfL. So yeah, the relief lines seemed very quiet than usual. The fast lines were normal, and I'm speeding here. 135 miles an hour. There, 125. So when I was looking through real-time trains, I didn't really see any freight between Reading and Paddington. So just passenger and lag. We're now approaching Twyford, where we join the line from Henley-on-Thames, which terminate the Blade platform. You can also join with the up leaf here as well. This is Twyford. Next station will be Maidenhead. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I have like 3 versions of Bristol to Exeter. I have the original Bristol to Exeter on a disc. I have Southwestern Expressways, which also covers Bristol to Exeter. And now I have Western Mainlines, which also covers Bristol to Exeter. Yeah, I think I haven't driven the Western Mainlines one yet, but the Southwestern Expressways just upgrades all the scenery and signalling. It's like more modern LEDs instead of the original Fuji ones. So yeah, next station will be Maidenhead, where we join the line from Bourne End. So yeah, because we don't have 345s in Tracer yet, I just substituted them with 321s. Oh yeah, because the middle coach without the pantograph has a toilet in it. I think the train has like 5 toilets in it. So yeah, it looks weird. IET to Bristol, 1 Charlie 09. Oh yeah, and very sadly we won't be seeing any HSTs because they were withdrawn more than a year ago. Yeah, I think the only way you would see a HST down here is if it was on a test train, like the flying banana. So currently grading of grading of 1 to 1,370. So yeah, more or less flat. Another IET to Penzance, 1 Charlie 76. Yep, fun of an 802 because 802s have bigger fuel tanks, so they can go literally all the way to Penzance. So I think they run on electric between Paddington. I think it's either Reading or maybe Newbury. I think. Oh, to be yellow. Yeah, I think we've caught up to the train that was ahead. Yeah, I don't know why the AI doesn't travel at literally line speed. It just makes everything late. Got a single yellow and lag. Come on, Jason. What? Excuse me. Excuse me. That signal was yellow. Don't tell me I spotted. It happened to me earlier. Like, that signal was definitely yellow, not red. Yeah, I think the route creator might want to have a look at that. Yeah, that signal was defo yellow. Well, at least the IETs have good brakes and insane acceleration. This is Maidenhead. Change here for trains to Bourne End. Also, there's a danger aspect. Also, a difference between the original and this is that platform 1 at Maidenhead is actually usable. Also, why do the platform lights look like diamonds? So slowly approaching the danger aspects. Oh, it's approved. See how the electrified version, it looks really good. Even though in real life the only places I've been to on this route are Paddington, Reading, Didcot, Bristol Temple Meads, Cardiff Central. I think that's it. The TFL to Reading, 9 Romeo 40. Yeah, yeah, a 7 coach 321. Yeah, I really don't know what's in my throat, other than what's meant to be there. So, next station will be Taplow. Oh yeah, I'm also really excited for when, I think he's called Maverick Hunter Daniel, when he releases, or not, he might not release it, or whatever he does with the Crescent revamped route, because the original Crescent is good, and the revamped version looks even better. I've seen all the time lapses, and the route looks amazing. So approaching 125 miles an hour. And power to off. Let's just coast. Next station will be Burnham. The thing about Burnham is that it only has platforms on the relief lines, not the fast or fasts. Come on, frame rate, please. So you're getting about 13, 14 FPS. Yeah, I think I should have turned down my graphics settings a little. Because, you know, just trees. They use way too many 3D trees. Yeah, train sim isn't that well optimized either. Because my CPU, it has 4 cores and it's clocked at 2.7 GHz, even though I have seen it run at 3.2. No, that's like 3 FPS. I think Slough has a lot of stuff to load. And I think my graphics card is an AMD Radeon M320. I think that's what it's called. And I have 16 gig, so 16 gig of DDR3 RAM. This is Slough, where we join the line from, I think it's Water, Easton, Riverside or something. This is Slough. Next station will be Langley. There should be a junction coming up, I think it's called Dolphin Junction, where you can change from the slow to the fast and fast to the slow. Even though we're on the fast all the way to Paddington. Yeah, I don't think the Great Western looks very bright with electrification because I've been used to it having diesel only on the HSTs. That's weird with wires. Now approaching Langley station. Next station will be Ivor. I think either has something to do with HS1, no HS2, maybe HS3. Something with a high-speed line needs to change. Because right now it's pretty quiet. There's nothing really happening with it. Actually, I think most trains skip either. This is either station. Next one is West Drayton. I think we joined the line. I think we joined the line from a quarry or something. The quarry line that leaves West Drayton goes right if you're facing towards Reading. Then it goes down and under the Great Western, and then to like a quarry somewhere. Come on, frame rate. No, you can do it. Also, doesn't help that I'm running train sim off a hard drive instead of solid state. I would get solid state, but solid state drives, they're expensive. This is West Drayton. Come on, frame rate, please. And then IAT to Oxford, 1 Delta 20. Next station will be Hayes and Harlington, where we'll join the Gatwick Express. No, Heathrow Express from Heathrow. Why did I say Gatwick? That's wrong. It's on the other side of London. This is Airport Junction. Line to the right joins from Heathrow Airport, terminals 1 through 5. I think Terminal 1, I think something might have happened to Terminal 1. Yeah, it just baffles me why Airport Junction was left out of the original Great Western, because Heathrow Express has been here since the 90s. And that rail was set in 2006, so I don't know why it wasn't included. This is Hayes and Harlington. I think on the left, something to do with aggregates or something. Like some sort of aggregate factory. With a 321 from Paddington to Reading, 91044. Yeah, I think the train ahead has really has gone very far. If I could grammar correctly. Yeah, I have no idea what the sidings on the right are for, if they're even ever used. Next station will be Southall. Another TfL service to Paddington from Reading. Yeah, we do have quite a lot of gaps in trains here. And also someone is working on the 700 and the 185. Maybe someone is working on the 345, so we can use it on the Great Western and the Great Eastern. Next station will be Hanwell, where the line to Greenford comes off. So trains from Greenford, they don't go to Paddington, they terminate short at West Ealing. There's also like a Wycliffe Parliamentary train between West Ealing, and I think it's High Wycombe with the 165 operated by Chiltern. One frame right, nearly into Paddington. Now passing through West Ealing station at about 3 FPS. Cool. Nice. That's green. Cool. Next station will be Ealing Broadway. I think we joined the district line, the green one. I think probably. 307s to Didcot. Warning of 100 miles an hour. Next station will be Acton Mainline, where you can join the North London line from, I think it's Richmond. IET to Cheltenham, 1 Golf 1-1. Oh yeah, isn't there like a fly under in Acton or something? On the left is Acton Yard. Yeah, I kind of forgot to put stuff in it. Oops. Heathrow Express to Heathrow, Terminal 5, 1 something something. Signal yellow, which means the next signal will be a danger. Yeah, we've changed to the default Western Mainlines electrification. Or the default Western Mainlines overhead wires. Going over the top is the North London line, which for some reason isn't electrified. Something fell off something. Yeah, I don't know why Western Mainlines still has the old North Pole depot instead of the new IET one. On the left is Ornock Common. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what uses it anymore, because HSTs have gone. I think it's just used by Heathrow trains. And the IETs have moved over to the right. Was that yellow or something to be yellow? I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking about depots. With that IET to Bristol, 1 Charlie 10. Over the top is the West London line from Clapham, 360 to Terminal 5, stopping train. Is that yellow? Yeah, it is. So accelerate to 50 just so we're not too late. Over the top is, I think it's like a flyover from Ornock Common depot. So this one should be a single yellow. The next one will be at danger. So stop braking. The piss poor frame rate. So yellow and line 3. Yes, another IET to Exeter, 1 Charlie 77. Do you just think 2 years ago we had HSTs on here? Now it's completely changed. Is that yellow or red? Can't quite tell from here. Well, it's been 26 minutes since we left Reading. Yeah, these trains are quick. I think that's green. Yeah, I think that green is ours. Probably. Yeah, it is. It's ours. Yeah, one on line 3 and that signal is green, so it must be ours. That's not a very good assumption. It's not a very good conclusion. It just came out wrong. Come on, frame rate. Please. So, close to 5 miles an hour because the speed limit is coming up shortly. So in Paddington we are due into platform number 5. There's a warning of 5 miles an hour as we get closer to Paddington. London Underground on top of us. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, I really don't know the Underground at all. Yeah, I'm definitely not Jeff Marshall. I think with the building on the left, I think that's Crossrail, the underpass. So I think the building or in here, the building, the bit that goes from Paddington to Liverpool Street. So trains can run directly from Sheffield to Reading. So from east to west. Yeah, those tunnels must cost a fortune. Because you're burrowing under the tube, then you're burrowing under the Thames, under that. So you must be going really deep. On the left is Royal Oak. So yellow platform 5. Oh yeah, on Western Mainlines the speed limit is 40 all the way into the platform, so the speed limit doesn't go down to 10. Even though considering how old this route is, I think everyone knows that. Start bringing up our speed slowly. So a bunch of IETs and a Heathrow Express train. So stopping at the buffer stops where all trains stop. So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Western Mainline Electrified. Subscribe for more chasing content. There's a shit ton of it. Follow me on Twitter for future video updates. Join my Discord for access to my scenarios before they go out to the public. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Look at that, it's like 26 FPS. So arrival into London Paddington.